Hello, welcome back to Don't Memorize Math. So we were discussing specimen paper 2 for the exams from 2025 for IGCSE. So we have already finished till question number 18. So now we are in question number 19. So question number 19 is simplify square root of 32 plus square root of 98. So first of all, there is so many method for simplifying surds. Okay, so I will show you two methods, and here the first one is, so first you should know, whenever you have to simplify a surd or inside you have some numbers that is not a perfect square, what you have to do is you have to write that given number. First, you have to write as a perfect square multiplied by some other number. So, what are perfect square? Perfect square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 25, 36. These numbers are called perfect squares. So, whatever number you have inside the square root, you have to write that number as a product of perfect square and or perfect square, or we can say a square number times some other number. So we can write 32 as 16 times 2. Okay, 16 is a perfect square. 4 square is 16. Okay, 16 is a perfect square. So square root of 32, I am first, you can, if you know this method already, you can simplify directly and write the answer. Now I will simplify it separately. Okay, square root of 32, you can write it as square root of 16 times 2. Okay, we already know what is square root of 16. Square root of 16 is 4. So square root of 16 is 4, and you have 2 inside the root. So you can write 4 root 2. Okay, so square root of 32 will become 4 root 2. Okay, this is the first method, or this is the common method we always use. So that is, whatever number you have inside the square root, so first you have to write it as a product of one perfect square and some other number if you can. Okay, then you can simplify it easily. Okay, the other method is, you can do the same for 98 also. Okay, you can write it as a product of perfect square and some other number. Okay, like you can write 49 times 2. Okay, or otherwise you can do this method. Okay, 98 you can divide by 2, so you will get 98 with 2, you will get 49. So we cannot divide 49 by 2, 3, or like that you can do. If it is a bigger number or divisible by so many numbers, you can divide like this. This one we can finish it easily because 7 times 7 is 49. You can write it like that. So here, square root of 98, you can write it as 98. How can we write 98? 2 times 7 times 7. 2 times 7 times 7. Okay, so this is same as 2 times 7 square. So 7 square inside the square root, so square and square root will cancel for only the 7. Okay, so you can write this as 7, then only we have root 2 inside the square root, so you can write square root of 98 as 7 root 2. Okay, otherwise as we did for the first one, that is square root of 32, in the same way you can write it as square root of 98 is equal to 49 times 2. Okay, so this will become 7 root 2. Okay, so in the marking scheme you can see they will check this, and then 4 root 2 plus 7 root 2. 4 plus 7, what is 4 plus 11? It is 11. So you can write 11 root 2. So the final answer is 11 root 2. So you can see the advantage of IGCSE is you just have to show the steps. I will show you the marking scheme. In the marking scheme, for 11 root 2, that is the final answer, you will get 1 mark. The B1, that means other, the total marks is 2. So other 1 mark 4, either if you got 4 root 2 or you got 7 root 2. If you got any one of them, you will get 1 mark. Okay, then the next question from the part third is rationalize rationalizing the denominator. So how can we rationalize the denominator? So what you have to do is, whatever you have in the denominator, first of all I will before that first of all I will tell you what you mean by rationalizing the denominator. Okay, so you can see for this fraction, in the denominator you have a surd. Okay, removing the surd from the denominator, we need to remove the surd from the denominator, that is called rationalizing. Okay, so the method we are using is, whatever you have in the denominator, here we have root 2 plus 1. So what you have to do is, you have to multiply with root 2 minus 1, both numerator and also denominator. Okay, so put a bracket here, so it will be easy for you to multiply it. Okay, so 1 times square root of 2 minus 1, you will get square root of 2 minus 1, the same thing. Then divided by, you have two brackets in the denominator here. Okay, so either you can do the normal method, that multiplying two bracket, like root 2 times root 2, you will get 2, root 2 times minus 1, you will get minus root 2, then 1 times root 2 is root 2, then 1 times minus 1 is minus 1, then you can cancel root 2 and root 2, you will get the answer. Otherwise, here what I am doing is, maybe you already studied the identity, a plus b times a minus b is a square minus b square. This is very very important identity that you can use here. Square root of 2 plus 1 times square root of 2 minus 1 is square root of 2 whole square minus 1 square. Okay, square root of 2 whole square is, it is just 2, root and square root will cancel, then minus 1 will become minus 1, 1 square is 1, so 2 minus 1 is 1, so you will get square root of 2 minus 1 divided by 1, so the final answer is square root of 2 minus 1. Okay, now you can see this is just um, there is no fraction, so we rationalize the denominator. Okay, so I will repeat one more time. So rationalizing denominator is, whatever you have in the denominator, take the opposite sign. Here we have square root of plus 1, so you can multiply both numerator and denominator with the opposite sign, that means square root of 2 minus 1, you can multiply them. Okay, so that you can rationalize the denominator. Okay, I hope it's clear for you.